Hello and welcome to the Feng Shui Money Couch. Yes, I changed the name and I am sitting on the aforementioned money couch. I am finally back after an extended hiatus in which I moved, and I'm in a whole new set and setting which clearly inspired the new name. I'm in beautiful Aliso Viejo, which is just 15 minutes inland from Laguna Beach. I love my new, more expansive space and environment. That said, this wasn't something I planned on or even fathomed at this particular juncture in my life because it wasn't in my budget or even in my sights, to be honest. So I lived in my previous home for 14 plus years, and this year I participated in an elite level Feng Shui mastermind with my colleague Christina Hollinger, who specializes in Black Hat Feng Shui. This is a very mystical Buddhist school and interpretation of Feng Shui, and the new tools that I acquired in that Feng Shui mastermind took both my life and my practice to a whole new level. It was basically Feng Shui on steroids, incorporating the most powerful, ancient, mystical practices, inviting abundance and manifestation. So I learned so much and I leaned in hard. It literally changed my whole life. I invested in redecorating and up-leveling my entire home and life with sacred Feng Shui principles and rituals. And guess what? As soon as I maximized on the full potential of that space, my life and circumstances completely changed. My financial situation transformed, which allowed me to invest in all new furniture. I'm talking about a new bed, sofa, art, buffet, rugs, pretty much everything. I was also gifted a brand new car, and my love life transformed. Then the ideal space for a whole new chapter opened up to me. That's the power of really good Feng Shui. The shifts I made triggered what I can only describe as divine intervention. Now, it's important for me to mention that all of this was happening in the midst of personal crisis. With the loss of my mother in February and my own health issues, following her death, and later, additional family drama. So it's been a year. I bring this up because it's pertinent here. My life was complicated and messy, but Feng Shui helped me both navigate it and transform it. So in the last couple of months, I have been, busy moving, managing family obligations, and restructuring and redesigning my personal life and business. It's taken several twists and turns, bless you. However, I have felt guided and blessed by using sacred practices that I honed during that mastermind. The reason I've been, MIA on the pod was due to these unforeseen circumstances. I had to move very abruptly to support my family. So yes, I took a beat, several beats, but I am back with a story to tell. I have a lot of Feng Shui wisdom to share with you. And I don't even know where to begin. I know in previous episodes, I have talked about this being the year of the snake, which is all about death and rebirth, shedding what no longer serves us to make way for a new and improved version of ourselves. It's the perfect analogy to feng shuiing and space clearing your entire life. I know that I'm not the only one for whom this year has rocked their world. I'm here to share how feng shui can actually help even in the most challenging circumstances, because it is a manifesting tool that allows you to collaborate with the universe and your surroundings so that you can make the most of your circumstances. This year, I have quite literally feng shuied everything in my life. There's not a single aspect of my world that hasn't been or undergone a makeover. My body, my wardrobe, my car, my furniture, my relationships, my home, and even my business. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here hosting the podcast in my new studio and home. And the truth is that I now see my entire home as a studio, a showroom, an office, and my home sweet home. This has required a lot of attention to detail and very intentional feng shui. So the reality is that when I was looking for a new space, I was under a lot of pressure to move very quickly. My brother, who is living with and taking care of my 85-year-old father, was simultaneously diagnosed with cancer in his kidney, and he needed to have a quadruple heart bypass surgery. Both health issues were urgent, and I needed to basically drop everything and move close to my family. My father lost my mother earlier this year, and the toll of losing her and the possibility of losing my brother were way more than he could handle on his own. I knew I had to move immediately, but I also wanted to be strategic. The most critical factors for me were location, floor plan, numerology, aesthetics, and amenities. I scoured through listings with the goal of finding a place that was close to my family and that met all of my feng shui criteria, okay? So of all the places that I looked at, this one had the best feng shui and the ideal numerology for me. These factors ruled out so many spaces, I can't even tell you, and ultimately narrowed things down to this specific home. Even though it felt like I was looking for a needle in a haystack, when I finally found this home, it was the obvious choice. The bedroom, my bedroom is now in the Love Gua. And this is a feature I have aspired to my whole life. The amenities went above and beyond. And I mean, I have always wanted a pool and a jacuzzi, but I've never considered them deal breakers. They have been on my vision board, however, for years. And now I have both. I even have an in-unit washer and dryer, and these are all luxuries for me. This living room is in both my family and prosperity guas. I'm currently seated between both guas. The family gua to my right and the prosperity gua to my left. So family is the reason that I moved here, and this gua also represents our day-to-day expenses and having more than enough to, cover our needs, our rent, and it's where I will be filming the podcast and growing my community, which is a form of family. The prosperity gua, which is adjacent to the family gua, represents wealth and surplus money for luxuries like savings, investments, and high-ticket items. It's basically to the left of me and also on my balcony, which looks out over a beautiful view of palm trees, a pool, and jacuzzi. A perfect confirmation and affirmation of my long-held dreams from my vision board, continuing and coming true. From this new vantage point, I look forward to helping others find their needle in a haystack and make their dreams come true. I want to share a teachable feng shui moment that I experienced during my move and what actually inspired the new podcast name. Okay, so when it comes to living rooms, I think of the sofa or the couch as the crowning jewel of the room and the biggest investment and statement piece. So this sofa is the most expensive piece of furniture I own. Everything socially revolves around the aesthetic and placement of your sofa. When I was redecorating my old apartment earlier this year, I pulled the trigger on what at the time was my dream sofa. It was a large, beautiful, burnt orange Art Deco sofa with a bench cushion, and I had been eyeing that sofa for years. It was sitting in my virtual shopping cart for some day, right? And then the day finally came when I could afford it back in April during my Feng Shui mastermind. It was my biggest investment piece at that time. My living room, where the sofa would live, was in my love gua of that apartment, okay? So the burnt orange color was intentional and actually served to fire up my love life. I mean, for real. I had been celibate for close to 2 years, and as soon as I got that sofa, my love life lit up. So I affectionately came to call it the sexy sofa. Fast forward to my move here at the end of October. The couch got stained during that move, and I tried everything to remove the stains, and nothing worked. I was devastated. I looked to see if I could find another one just like it, but they no longer make that couch. And meanwhile, I was stewing and looking for something that could even approximate that Art Deco aesthetic I had. So I had originally purchased that sofa from Urban Outfitters, and I decided to look on the Anthropology website because they are under the same parent company. And lo and behold, I found almost the identical sofa in velvet. This is velvet with the rounded Art Deco lines and pleated back and bench cushion, but it's an emerald green. And that's when it occurred to me that my fiery orange sofa, which had been so perfect in my old apartment, was actually doing damage in this one. I was literally burning through money. The element for the family gua, which I am in right now, is wood, and fire diminishes wood. Green, however, represents wood, and it's also the color of money. This emerald green sofa feeds both the family and abundance guas of this home, and I am calling it the money couch. Another interesting detail is that the sofa is actually called the serpentine sofa. Seriously, this year of the snake has literally forced me to shed all traces of my old life, and here I am on a whole new timeline and trajectory. It took about 2 months to get this couch, and when it arrived, I was like, it's a boy! He manifested from the snake theme of the year to the centerpiece of my home and narrative here. He's also the most expensive piece of furniture I now own, so I affectionately call him the money couch for that reason. I didn't think I could love a couch more than I did the sexy orange sofa. But I have to say, I am deeply, deeply in love and inspired by the money couch. It feels like it was destined for me. So decorating and curating with Feng Shui is like storyboarding. You have to take into account which life theme or gua you are in and what elements, themes, and shapes and colors support that area, and choose accordingly. What seems perfect in one space doesn't necessarily work in another. So here we are. I should mention that my home isn't the only thing that I have upgraded this year. My business infrastructure was ready for an upgrade too. And I finally found the right platform to reimagine and redesign both my website and my business. It's been both an investment and a learning curve. Oh my God, it's been a lot of work. So I transferred my entire business model to Kajabi so I could host accessible courses for folks who can't afford to hire me privately and want to dip their toes into the Feng Shui wisdom before diving in more deeply with me. I have all new services at a variety of price points with flexible payment plan options and a back end that can scale with me. My entire suite of VIP services has also evolved to include the most powerful, sacred wisdom and manifesting tools that I personally used so that you can experience the beauty and the magic of Feng Shui too. And I have a free course called Feng Shui Basics. It's my holiday gift to you and a great way to start your Feng Shui journey. It gives you a foundational perspective on Feng Shui and actionable, easy to apply tips to get you started. All that, and it's free because I want you to experience the magic of Feng Shui. I am building a collection of courses and offerings and services, including my first paid course called Bedroom Feng Shui, which I priced at a very accessible price point of $333. I plan to do a live in-person bedroom feng shui event or events in my new community here in Aliso Viejo in the new year. So if you're in Orange County or even Los Angeles and want to learn bedroom feng shui with me in person, stay tuned. Or you can do it virtually through my site. Now, be sure to subscribe to the pod for updates and special promotions. I know not everyone can afford a private consultation, but most people can afford my bedroom feng shui course. And I can't state how important your bedroom is from a feng shui perspective. It's the most important room in your life. So you can check out my entire suite of services on the new website. I am sharing the link here in the show notes, and it's also available in my link tree and on my new website. So I hope you guys will check it out and subscribe and download the free course. It's free. Merry Christmas to you and happy holidays. Okay, my friends. I have a special guest joining me next week to talk about numerology. The numerology of 2026 is going to be very different, and she's going to let us know what we can expect. Her name is Gail Minogue. She's a numerologist extraordinaire, and I'm wishing you all the most blessed holiday season. Cheers, and ciao for now.